What went wrong, as we were just discussing, has been the big question for Democrats. The party is on track to lose the popular vote in a presidential election for the first time in 20 years. And now members are scrambling for answers as Republicans sweep back into power in Washington.
I think we do need to reconnect with working class voters. We haven't done enough for them. We haven't spoken to their concerns. And by definition, we're out of touch because they clearly don't support us at the polls. I'm grateful for the advocacy and the ideas that the far left brings to our party, but we can't be branded by that. We can't be defined by the far left.
Donald Trump and a lot of his allies did say racist things and did make racist jokes that did offend a lot of people, including myself. But at the end of the day, we also have to do a better job of not just saying what we're against, but what we're for.
If we want to win, we have got to listen to voters. And boy, did they tell us loud and clear what they thought of us.
All right, the panel is back now. This was, Philippe, I understand what you have been saying all morning. Don't overread. But this was sweeping in, the popular vote.
No, I'm not saying don't overread. I'm saying try to narrow the factors and in some, orderly way unpack what happened. So let's just say I'm wrong about what I said earlier, that inflation could have been hunky-dory and we would have lost about these things. Either way, here's the problem. I'm not concerned right now what the right thinks about the Democratic Party. I'm concerned about what I think about the Democratic Party. I don't like, to echo the congressmen, all three of them, I don't like the fact that a small portion of our party is pretty much dictating where we are. That they are pretty much, we are being branded as the most extreme of us. It is not only politically problematic, as we just saw, because none of this stuff helped the other day. Without a doubt, it's a problem. But we need to take stock of why we are being held hostage to the far left. No one should be and wants to be kowtowing to the extremes of their own parties. That just shouldn't, to the extent that majority should rule, the majority of Democrats don't agree with the things that we are being tagged with. Now, how that works.
Tick through a couple of those things.
I think Democrats believe in common sense stuff more than you realize. I mean, it's not like any of us sit at home and don't talk to anyone. Most Democrats I know think there's a huge problem at the border. Most Democrats I know think, frankly, that males at birth shouldn't play in women's sports and vice versa. Now, you can have a healthy conversation within a party, and you have to have a room within a party for all this. But at the end of the day, if you have some of these issues that are 80-20 across the country, you really got to figure out why they're being so tagged with one. And on one hand, it's easy because it's politically sexy. There's a reason why $40 million in ads on this topic were thrown at the vice president. But how we go forward from here, first, it comes from us. Yes, we have to listen to everybody, but people, again, the Republicans don't get to tell us, because they won, like you said, for the first time in 20 years, and only the second time in 36 years, the popular vote, what everybody wants. This is still a 50-50 country. For us to go forward and be representative of the Democratic Party, all whatever tens of millions, half a million, half the country, whatever you want to, however you want to describe it, we have to reorient it towards, and the congressman made the point that he's up until today afraid to say it, and God knows what'll happen on my Twitter when I get home, but it starts with that kind of thing.
Yeah, that afraid to say it.
Yeah.
Do you think that really fundamentally tells the story of why Democrats were broadly rejected here? I mean, insert whatever issue into that rubric, afraid to say things about the border, about trans rights, about some of these other cultural things?
Well, I mean, the border is not fair, because the border is a wicked problem with legitimate differences of opinion, and frankly, no one's had a particularly good answer to it, and I don't think Donald Trump in his second try is going to have a good one. On the other cultural stuff, and I don't even know how to refer to it without saying something, again, I'm afraid to say something wrong, but the woke stuff, the PC police stuff. You'll see Republicans who say they're afraid to say X. I'm afraid to say X. These congressmen are afraid to say X. Why? Why afraid to say X? It should be afraid if it's something stupid and hateful and makes someone feel that they don't belong. But saying I don't agree with you, or saying that's not representative of the bulk of us, it's like Medicare for all is not something that the bulk of the Democratic Party believes in, but yet we spend tons of time on it. Now, on immigration, there are people who do believe, and I think I buy into it, that part of the problem we've had as Democrats is that we have gotten pulled to the left so far that we can't make common sense decisions. And look, I worked for Hillary, and she had to contend with Bernie. Bernie, went after Biden. I shouldn't say went after. He entered the primary. There's no evidence that the Bernie Sanders wing of the Democratic Party has met with any success or represents this party. Yet, we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue every time someone on the hard left says, "Oh, you can't do that." We're all going to paralyze. I mean, I don't know what the answer is, but the answer is for people to start saying what they say on, WhatsApp and Twitter and on whatever it is, that this is enough already. People can't. The PC police doesn't just apply to Republicans. It applies to, I don't know what I'd call myself. I just call myself a Democrat. I'm not a progressive. I'm not a lefty. I think I'm to the right of some Republicans on some topics. But, this general thing, especially parents, with kids in school, they're really bothered by this, and I get it. I get it.
All right, Philippe Reines, we'll be watching your Twitter all day. Thanks for that.
I will not.
Go
Tell me.
off. Oh, it's going to be lit this afternoon.
But it's fascinating.
I'm going to pull the
perspective.
David Plouffe, close my account.
It's really fascinating perspective.